originally in one part.
Yeah.
And what she believes she's giving up. 'Cause I don't-
It's 5:30, meeting will come to order. Sorry, I apologize.
Mayor Beeson,
Present.
Commissioner Spielman. Here. Commissioner Stover,
Here.
Commissioner Tweedy.
Here.
Commissioner Warren.
Here.
Okay. Larry, would you give us an opening prayer? I'm gonna shut my phone off real quick. Sorry.
Sorry about that.
It reminded me. Thank you.
Let's pray. Our Father, again, we're thankful that we can assemble together. We're thankful for the freedom of this country. Thankful for our great city and the business here. I pray that you bless the commission, all the things they have to consider. Bless them for the time they're here, the time they spend. Bless our first responders. Bless our workers. And bless our citizens. We thank you for each one of them, especially the ones that are hurting at this time. Pray that you be with them. The ones that are launching out to invest further in the city. Pray that you bless them. We look to you for guidance this evening in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Additions or deletions?
Yes, Mayor, we would like to add a public service department section in item 1, and it would be a resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to approve a bid from Buckley Roofing in the amount of $191,790 and authorize the mayor to execute contract for the City Hall roof replacement project.
Make a motion that we accept the addition to the agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
I move we accept the agenda as amended.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Thank you. Consent agenda. We'll approve the, go ahead.
Can we read it?
Sure.
Item number 1, approve June 17, 2025 regular meeting minutes as written. Item number 2, approve a resolution authorizing public meeting of the governing body to attend a Land Bank Board of Trustees meeting at 5:00 p.m. Tuesday, July 15, 2025 in the Commissioner Room at City Hall located at 118 West Central Avenue in Arkansas City. Item number 3, ratify Mayor Chad Beeson's reappointment of Jason O'Toole to the Arkansas City Recreation Commission.
Move we accept the consent agenda as written.
I'll second that.
Hey, any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Those opposed? Motion carries. New business, City Manager Department.
Item number 1, a resolution authorizing the mayor to execute a quit claim deed on behalf of the city of Arkansas City, Kansas, transferring approximately 0.26 acres of land to H.M. Villers Jr. and Brody Villers by the way of gift.
So there is a piece of land on the corner of 8th and Radio Lane that's in city, it's been city owned for a number of years. Mr. Villers has been maintaining it for a number of years. And so he recently approached me and asked if he could take possession of that property. And there's really we have no use for it there. And he has been maintaining it for probably, I don't know, Tony, you have any idea, 30 years or more? Yeah. So it just felt like it would be good just to transfer that property to him as a gift and get it get it back on the tax rolls and give him something since he's been taking care of it all these years. So.
I did talk to him. I told him that we were going to approve his indentured servitude to be over. So
Mr. Mayor,
yes.
I move that we authorize the mayor to execute a quick claim deed on behalf of the city of Arkansas City, Kansas, transferring approximately 0.26 acres of land to H.M. Villers Jr. and Brody Villers by way of a gift.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Number 2.
Item number 2, an ordinance repealing ordinance number 2015-24380, terminating the Summit Plaza Community Improvement District sales tax in the Arkansas City, Kansas pursuant to KSA 12-6A26 ETSEQ.
So this would be repealing the 1 cent CID sales tax that's in the Westlake, the Summit Plaza Community Improvement District, which is the Westlake Hardware and the Dollar General or Family Dollar or Dollar Tree. So, this would basically terminate that. We've already paid out the agreed upon amount, and so it's time to end that.
So once we approve that, once it go back to the county?
No.
How's that work?
So once this is approved, we'll send the ordinance in a letter to the state Department of Revenue, and then it'll take them a little time to do the paperwork and get that taken off. So they say about 90 days for it to be removed from.
So since that money, the tax money's already been paid off, what happens to the money in this?
We'll have to find out about that, what happens to that. So.
Okay, I make a motion for an ordinance repealing ordinance number 2015-024380, terminating the Summit Plaza Community Improvement District sales tax in the city of Arkansas City, Kansas, pursuant to KSA 126A26 ETSEQ.
Second.
Okay, and this is a roll call
Roll
vote?
call, you ready?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
Mayor Beeson,
Yes.
Commissioner Spielman,
Yes.
Commissioner Stover,
Yes.
Commissioner Tweedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Warren.
Yes.
Okay, motion approves. Fire EMS.
Item number 1, a resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to accept a quote submitted by First Wireless, Inc. to purchase equipment and installation services for a new radio repeater, protective cabinet, and coaxial line repair for an amount of $28,538.70, excluding any additional shipping.
Good evening. Fire EMS Department respectfully requests a critical communication upgrade to the radio repeaters, protective cabinets, coax line repair service, improve operations communication, ensure reliable radio coverage for the field units. Protective cabinet will also house both ours and PD's over there at the Golf Tower, which needs to be as much as those things cost. So we have the physical security of the system, and then restoring the full function and reliability of our communication channels. So Ops 5, Ops 6 both need work.
And we found out, about 6 months ago that these were starting to struggle again.
Yeah, well, actually, we've known longer than.
We've been playing, or we've been,
Yeah, it's been playing
Limping
catch
along.
up on everything. Same thing with the radios, when we had to go to 800s and
right.
have dual bands. And we're just now getting caught up on everything. So hopefully this takes care of our communication lines. We get better communication for Ops 6. We use that for the hospital communication, and Ops 5 is our Ops channel for fire. If Ops 5 goes down, we use Ops 6. So one of those two's got to be working all the time.
We use First Wireless anyway, don't we?
Yeah, we use First Wireless and KCOM. PD uses KCOM because of the brand that they have, and then we use First Wireless. I think the city also uses First Wireless with their radios. Am I right? For yeah.
They'll interchange, no problem.
No. And honestly, we've used them before. They've always been really good to us, even over. Hopefully that gets us caught back up, and we'll get communication where we can actually reach it this time. So that'll be nice.
Well, that being said, I make a resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to accept the quote submitted by the First Wireless Incorporated to purchase equipment and installation service for a new radio repeater, protective cabinets, and coax line repair for amount not to exceed $28,538.70, including any additional shipping.
Second.
Excluded.
Oh, excluded. I'm sorry. Yeah, excluded.
I'll still second.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Public Service Department?
Randy, do you want to read that? Because I don't have I didn't get the description.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, it's a resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to approve the bid from Buckley Roofing in the amount of $191,790 and authorize the mayor to execute a contract for the City Hall roof replacement project.
Members of the commission, this is for City Hall roof, which is not insured due to the age of the roof up there. This is 100 mil fleece back Carlisle system we're putting on. It will have a 20-year guarantee. Also, it will cover this main area of the City Hall. It will cover the PD garage from right outside the break room door, clear over to the north end of the PD, the evidence and some other stuff they store back in there, their uniforms, all that. That roof's never been done in the 25 years that I've been here. So we're gonna replace everything from this section over. The only 3 areas that's not replaced is above the elevator shaft, the break room, and the little breezeway that goes to this main building. All those were done 2 years ago, I think.
Okay.
So.
Right, we had that, before that storm hit, we had that already budgeted for, we were gonna place that anyway, right?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
We knew it, well, because we couldn't get it insured, so we need to get it replaced, so.
Must be some really good stuff for 20-year warranty.
It is. You want to see a sample of it?
Yeah.
I'll give you $100 if you could tear it, Charlie.
I lose already.
Well, up the price, we'll all try.
Wow.
This insulation is called Densdeck board that takes a good beating on hail. That's what's on the PD now. So when that 2-inch hail hit it, it just bounced it right out.
Right.
City Hall had regular 3/4 inch ISO insulation on it, and it hit and sunk.
Yeah.
The difference is the backing on that insulation. Like fiberboard. So it's a lot tougher, a lot stronger.
Is that one continuous membrane or do they put it down in sheets?
It comes in big long sheets. Yeah, they can roll it out. It's usually about 16 to 20 feet wide.
Yeah.
And then they can roll it out there with this.
And they overlap and seal?
Just see if you can tear that.
Here's the problem. In my head, I really thought I'm getting ready to show him, and it didn't happen. In my head, I really thought I had a chance, and yeah, now I'm a little embarrassed.
The wind has raised it up off the buildings, but it's all in one sheet. They hot glue it together, and it stays. I've seen them blow off the entire roof. Tornadoes have knocked buildings down, and the roof's still together.
Wow.
Somewhere down the road.
Tony, how long will it take to do that once it's approved?
Well, they've got to tear off everything up there for our code now, so it's going to take them probably close to 3 weeks to get everything done, maybe even a month. They got to take the PD. The PD has the old EPDM rubber with rock ballast on it, so they got to shovel off all the gravel, tear off all the old stuff, re-insulate.
So with all these storms coming in, will they just do little sections at a time, or, I mean, how?
Oh, yeah, definitely. If we move quickly here, we can get in on the schedule. I think he said in 3 weeks, they could start.
Pretty good.
So, you know, their main focus is to tear off a little bit, dry it in. That's usually how roofers will work. They'll dry in an area before they open everything up.
Not to change the subject, but on the agribusiness bill, and that roof's totaled out, right?
I haven't spoke with Kelly yet since the report is getting done now, so we should be hearing something back sometime.
Since you brought that up, I just want, this is good information, is that we got grandfathered in under a clause where our roofs are not per roof. It'll be a per event on everything except for City Hall and another one,
Central Shop.
Central Shop. So this whole, every roof that's getting repaired right now was a $50,000 deductible instead of a $50,000 per roof.
Yeah.
So we were very fortunate in that matter.
One more question. You said the breezeway and stuff had been done 2 years ago. Is there any damage on it?
No, it was done with the Southern Densdeck board and the same TPO material. As same with PD building.
Make a motion that we approve a resolution authorizing the city of Arkansas City to approve the bid from Buckley Roofing in the amount of $191,790. and authorize the mayor to execute a contract for the city hall roof replacement project.
I'll second that.
I have one more question.
Go ahead,
This is somebody that we've used before.
Tony,
I said,
Commissioner Spillman.
this is somebody that we've used before for this
Yes,
cut.
we use Buckley Roofing on the fire department, the upper half.
So, yeah. Just want to clarify that.
Thank you. All right, all in favor? Aye.
Hi.
Those opposed? Thank you. Passes. City manager updates. Oh, go ahead.
Have you been up on the water plant, Tony?
On the water tanks?
On the water
Plant.
plant?
Yeah,
On the
no,
roof.
not the water plant. I haven't been on that roof. I've been on their building out there.
Okay.
But would the water plant be under that $50,000 too? I mean, or not?
Yeah,
All
Okay,
under the same
okay.
umbrella.
Okay.
Since I'm getting in a hurry then.
All right, city manager updates.
Okay. Well, of course, as you've heard, the staff has been extremely busy with storm cleanup, permitting and licensing and insurance claims. So it doesn't seem like it'll let up here anytime soon, but everyone from the city clerk to the neighborhood services, to obviously public services and utility guys, they've all been out there just hitting the ground, working hard, trying to take care of all this. So they're just doing a great job, and we just want to make sure we appreciate them for that. And we've talked about recently the staff. We went to Topeka and met with KDHE to talk about future needs on our wastewater permitting. And so we now have a good understanding of what that's going to be looking like in the next 2 permit cycles. So basically, in 28, we'll be getting a new wastewater permit. And during that cycle, we're going to have to, before we throughout 20 to 28 to end, it'll end in 2033. We will have to probably start to adding chemical to get the phosphorus under control. And then we will be regulated in the 2033 permit onward with phosphorus. So
Something worth noting, because you had said it, that we discussed some stuff before, but the city's phosphorus is not anything compared to what maybe some neighboring farmers or just people that, live upstream from us.
yeah, a lot of the things that we're regulated on in our effluent that comes out of our wastewater treatment plant is we release a whole lot cleaner water than what we receive down the river from runoff on farm fields, and obviously you have dead fish and all kinds of stuff in the water. So yes, what we release is cleaner than what we receive in the river. And some of the things that KDHE has been kind of pushing us on is nutrient trading, where we find ways to work with landowners upstream of us and find ways to reduce some of that runoff and different things. So those are things we'll be looking at in the future as ways to supplement our permitting and what we release and what we're required to release. So lots of things to look at in the future, but I felt really good about our meeting there. At least we come out with a good understanding of where we're going to be at in the next couple permit cycles, and that helps us with our future planning, because obviously every time they add a new requirement to us, that means we're going to spend money somewhere or another, either through a capital project or chemicals or something, and then that affects our citizens and their rates and things. So that was good. On July 11th at the work session, we will also be doing a budget work session. So we'll kind of have a lot better feel for numbers now and start really kind of digging in. And it's when you guys get to work and start giving us priorities and where we need to go. So just want to keep that on the horizon. And then August 14th, there's going to be a REIT meeting that's going to be with a housing focus and a panel discussion. So if anybody's interested in attending that, let us know. And we're members of REIT as a city, so there's
Where's that going to be at, Randy?
It'll be in Wichita.
Okay.
And then REAP also will be hosting a regional water summit on September 4th, and that'll be in Newton. It's from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. So that's kind of an early start. But if anybody's interested in participating in that regional water summit, that's coming up. And then another conference that's coming up in Wichita would be the Kansas Economic Outlook Conference. That's a really good one. They dig into all aspects of the economy and housing, workforce, energy, just kind of the whole gamut of things that of the economy of Kansas. So the theme this year is what will Kansas look like in 2075. So if you're interested in that, that's a really good conference. It's usually goes from like 7:30 to 11:30 that morning. So, but you learn a lot, and it's just really, it gets really in depth. And then the League of Municipality Conference this year is in Overland Park, and that will be Thursday, the October 9th through the 11th. And I know Commissioner Warren and Stover have said they would like to go. So if any of the rest of you are interested in going, today was the first day we can start registering, so we can start getting signed up. And we do need to have 3 voting delegates at that. And so that can be a mixture of elected officials and staff, however that works out. And then on your tables there, I put the latest PEC project updates, kind of where we're at on those things. The East Pressure Zone, we're still working through finishing up the land purchase there with the legal descriptions, and they're still doing the engineering and survey work on that. So that's still moving forward, even though we don't have the people on the ground right now like we did here recently. And then the other thing I laid on there was the CPI update, updated with May's numbers, and so kind of nice inflation slowing, and so those are starting to. We're not seeing those big peaks like we were, so that's good information. So that's all I've got.
Did work start on the hike bike trail?
Oh yes, they are. They showed up and got some equipment, and then it rained, and they went home.
Figures.
They pretended to work.
Yeah, but there's some equipment sitting down there, and there's some survey flags in. They're starting there behind the pool. They did have one hiccup the first day they were here. They took down the fence around the swimming pool, and obviously that can't happen.
Yeah.
So they got that right back up, and so it was an interesting turn of events on that. But so I don't know. I would suspect it'll probably be next week before they show up again. I don't know, but I thought they were going to be here yesterday, but they didn't. So. But anyway, at least there's equipment here. And the clock started ticking. They do have so much time they have to get this project done before they
Start giving us bonuses.
they get liquidated damages after a point. So that can only make the project cheaper if they.
Rain, baby, rain.
That's right.
Come on, rain then, right?
Right. All right, thank you. Items for discussion by city commissioners. I just wanted, I always get on here and I brag up our street department and parks department just because that's where I was at. And I still think they're doing a great job. So it's kudos there. And the water department, ever since Kyle's gotten in charge, he's kind of been a pain in our butt, but he's getting stuff done. We're moving in the right direction. So I do appreciate all those, but I did, as we were coming in today, I drove by Taco Bell, and they've got there was an accident. And the officers were all there working. We've had some other issues that have come through in the last couple of days where I've seen the officers dealing with families, dealing with loss. And I want to thank the police and fire and EMS, because that is a very stressful job, I would think, to go and have to deal with at this wreck here where the kids are freaking out and mom and dads are worried and coming to find out what's going on and dealing with the traffic and people rubbernecking. And when you show up to, if we have a stabbing or anything like that, they show up there, they have no idea what's going on, but they run right out there and do it. And so I've just had some time to ponder on it. And I wanted to just make sure that I let the police and fire know that we do appreciate it. And hopefully our citizens will take that into consideration too. And when dealing with you, that, tickets are the easiest part of the whole job. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yes. So I guess chapter 3 will not be given today. So I don't see anybody from the community that signed up. Oh, there he is. All right. So anything from the Steve?
Yep.
I appreciate that.
I noticed the haircut.
Sure.
Let's talk streets.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I went by and looked at that little deal up around the golf course and over there on 12.
Mhm.
And if that's the first time out of the hole that they're doing any of that, that was a pretty decent job. But my concern would be more about what you got in plans to pay for, down the road, because, I mean, and I about fall over when I think this, but I just about support a sales tax for those streets. I'm curious how much money you dropped on the asphalt we see, just on those.
Randy, do you have any numbers on that?
I don't, Tony, you remember what that
Estimates,
was?
Tony?
So far, everything together, we came in around 128 to 130,000.
To run roads that I
Yeah.
drove over.
Yeah, 12th Street.
Which isn't too
Which is-
bad.
No, they look pretty good, but that's a pretty small stretch.
Sure.
I don't know what you got in mind for your street plan and whatnot. I don't follow you all that much. I find you when I got a gripe.
Sure.
But you know what I'm saying? They freeing up that, and I appreciate that question, Commissioner, about the tax, the 1 cent tax, 90 days of that. Ace is a pretty busy place.
Yeah.
That's gonna roll up to a fair piece of money, I think, over 90 days. And if they ended that, that's kind of limbo, Ace ought to not get it, will. The city.
Well, we'll have to see what the tax people
Well,
say.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We can legally get it, we'll get it.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Well, buzz it off, will you?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying that I'm a little concerned about the budgets, the cost of everything. My God, these roofs, these out-of-town roofers coming, they're telling me, I put that roof of mine on a 30-year roof 15 years ago, and I was selling roofs for $120 installed. Now they're up over $400, same thing. It's insane what the Build Back Better dollars are bringing us, but we're living with it.
Right.
And then you throw in those big deductibles and whatnot. So I'm just saying, stay off the homeowner tax, will you, if you can. Pass it off. If you can get it into the sales tax realm, that seems to be more of a fair spread for that sort of thing. When we moved down here 60 years ago this month, my folks had to pay specials taxes. Their house was the last one out there, Freeland, and all that neighborhood and everything was wheat. And they got hit with special taxes, and I was an 8-year-old kid, I don't know, but I remember. And they paid that, I don't know, 10 years, whatever it was, but they got hit. And they didn't have anything to do with all that. I mean, Overhill was already paved, and the curb and gutter and going down Sherwood Block, all they did was drop asphalt. Like what they did up here. But my folks paid for a long time. So these people not getting any kind of a specials addition or whatever, onto their taxes, they got an improvement to their lot. Let me tell you, I got them gravel roads over across that school on a good windy day, truck going down there. And I don't care. I got inch thick dust in my house, but wife used to drive, and of course she run me off. She used to drive about that dust.
Right.
Always keep their winds closed. So I'm interested. I'm all for you doing streets and all.
Okay.
I don't want taxes.
Hey, we don't either, Mr. Young, and we don't either.
County's planning on something.
There's what I'm worried about. So, thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Okay, if that's all.
Make me adjourn.
Okay, second it.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Thank you all for showing up.
Yeah.
Couple signatures from you, please.
Yes, absolutely.
I had called somebody.